The basic pathophysiology. Whenever these ACH receptor antibodies whenever the concentration of ACH receptor antibody exceeds concentration of acetylcholine, now this acetylcholine receptor antibodies is going to bind with ligand gated sodium channels, and this leads to blockade of the very same ligand gated sodium channel people. When ligand gated sodium channel gets blocked by these antibodies, this leads to failure of sodium influx. This leads to failure of sodium influx. When sodium influx doesn't happen, this ultimately leads to absence of motor end plate potential. When the whole motor end plate potential itself is not getting generated, there is no way a muscle cell will reach threshold, and this leads to no threshold stimulus. And without threshold stimulus, there is not going to be opening of voltage gated sodium channel. This ultimately leads to absence of depolarization. When depolarization is not going to happen, there is not going to be any contraction. So this leads to failure of contraction, guys. This leads to failure of contraction, and that is exactly how the patient will develop paralysis. This is how the patient will develop paralysis of muscles. And that's the basic pathophysiology of myasthenia gravis people.